Hello there, we're Group G, and we're here to present to you our marketing research project. Come meet our team. I'm Mikhail Dove.
I'm Gilda Escobar.
I'm Rebecca King.
I'm Nicolette Martinson.
And I'm Joshua Moskowitz.
San Diego residents have largely acknowledged that their actions have a direct impact on the environment. In fact, in a 2016 survey, 73% of San Diego County adults claimed global warming was mostly caused by human activity. In response to environmental concerns, businesses and municipalities all over the country have turned to bans on non-sustainable products such as plastic bags, straws, and many more. In a nationally conducted survey, 48% of respondents claimed to support a local ban, and 79% support businesses using biodegradable straws. Additionally, Tennessee State University's College of Business study revealed that 95% of respondents felt that there is at least one type of shopping bag that is more eco-friendly than a standard plastic bag. In this project, we studied both San Diego State students as well as the San Diego population at large and analyzed various measures of eco-consciousness and willingness to accept and pay for a variety of different sustainable products. This study was predicated on the following research question. Are SDSU students more likely to accept environmental policies than the general San Diego County population?
In designing our research, we use an online Qualtrics survey that was distributed via social media, primarily Facebook and Instagram, and also the SDSU online service Blackboard. Because of time constraints, our sampling method was convenient sampling, and we were able to collect 131 responses. After a period of 2 weeks, we collected the data from Qualtrics, then exported it into SPSS for analysis. Firstly, we created a variable in SPSS combining the averages of support for local government banning straws and the response to how much they feel they are making a difference when using eco-friendly products, which were both measured on a Likert scale ranging from -2 to 2. We called this new variable eco-conscious behavior and placed it on the y-axis, comparing it to student status and residency, which were placed on the x-axis. Filtering by gender, we found that all groups scored above 0, showing positive support in eco-conscious behavior.
Here we made a bar chart to compare the average number of products students or non-students currently owned. The survey requested respondents to select all of the products they owned based on a list we conducted. The 11 items we came up with were reusable bags, reusable water bottles, reusable straws, reusable non-plastic containers, biodegradable toothbrushes, reusable coffee cups, reusable portable utensils, zero-waste razors, rechargeable batteries, electric cars, solar panels. In this case, by viewing the bar chart, it does not seem that student status has an effect on how many eco-friendly products they had owned. Next interesting find from our analysis was from our t-test results. We ended up running 3 separate t-tests for student status and the average amount they were willing to spend on 3 products. These products were a 20-ounce tumbler, reusable bamboo utensils, and a pack of reusable stainless steel straws. The only test that came back with a significant difference was the amount of students were willing to pay in comparison to how much non-students would pay. On average, students were willing to pay a little bit above $13 and non-students only about $8. We believe the average willingness to pay for a 20-ounce tumbler for students may be attributed to the effect of social pressures and fitting in with the trend of hydro flasks, which can cost around $30.
This is the result we feel is the most important in answering our research question. We had asked participants to select which bans they would support from a list of 5 products we believe would be most likely to be considered in upcoming elections. We hypothesized that students would be in support of more bans due to a predicted higher level of eco-consciousness. After conducting a t-test on our results, we were unable to prove that there is a significant difference between student and non-student San Diego County residents. At first glance, we can visually see that students do tend to be more supportive of policies than non-students. However, it is not significant enough to confirm there is a meaningful difference. In conclusion, both groups do appear to be collectively supportive of eco-conscious behaviors and policies. However, we cannot conclude that San Diego State students are any more likely to accept environmental policies than the general San Diego County population.
Some of our limitations include a self-serving bias from our respondents. This is the biggest threat to our study. Some participants could lie, affecting the outcome of our data. Another limitation is people losing interest and giving invalid responses. We recognize that some participants will get bored. We set up timers for our longer questions to weed out those who were not giving us their full attention during our cleanup session. A third limitation is events that happened before we sent out our survey. The recent election in November and the red tide coverage in the Mexican Gulf may have affected our results. These events could have led to raised education of our subject. Finally, there could have been errors in our research methods. The way we spread our survey could have affected our results. One teacher urged her students not to respond to our survey. This could have lowered our response rate. In addition, we spread our survey on social media and relied on others to share our link. Overall, our sample size may have been too small. For future steps, we would aim to increase our sample size. Our sample was composed of 87% women. To correct this issue, we would rerun our survey using simple random sampling method. This way, we can monitor the male and female responses. We would also like to add a question where participants measure their own perceived environmental consciousness. Lastly, we would take steps to ensure every county is evenly represented in our sample. We hope you enjoyed the presentation of our analysis. Thank you so much for listening.